Welcome back. I've had clearance to do one more. Luckily Auntie Linda's here, keeping Mrs P happy. Check the fire, she's nice and warm. So, using this Stanley marking knife, I've sharpened it, but I did order a load of blades. Got 50 of them. Should last me a lifetime. But I did just give this one a quick sharpen. What I'd like to do is take the point off as well. It's just stronger. You can lose it. I don't want to lose a bit of razor blade in a wood, so I've just took the tip off a little bit, sharpened it again. And we're getting serious now. So this is definitive. So I've got my big steel rule. This is a Faber-Castell. It's a good one, and it's got centimetres, millimetres on one side, inches on the other. So we're getting definitive now. There is a little bit of discrepancy with the pencil marks, so we're going to be a bit more serious now. But now the pencil marks are on, we can go quite quickly into the region where we need to be accurate. We haven't made any major cock-ups. So let's start with the styles. So we'll start with a this is actually where we're going to chop it off, so that can go in there. That gives us our baseline. That we can work off. Whoopsie daisy. Nice firm grip. So then from there, slide the rule up. We want 30. Where's the bugger gone? Where were you? Ah, you're over there, are you? No, I've lost it again. I did move one of the lamps around. I thought that would help me and help you. Let's do that again. So you are... No, I've lost you. That's good, because it was going to be 31, wasn't it? 31. That's probably why. I was looking in the 30s, you're up there. Beautiful. So we can start putting knife walls in. Important to keep the workpiece secured, so I'm going against the planing stop. I'll do the next one in the vise closer to you so you can see. It's just standard Paul Sellers approach. These knife walls. Right. So you're the baseline. Once you've got your baseline in, everything else comes off that. The Beano's kicking in. I can hear him. Getting more animated. Right. 31 from here. Oopsie daisy. A bit hard on that first pass. Maybe a bit gentler. I do need new glasses. That's better. You can see how accurate you can get. Those knife marks really line up. Just going off the face edges. That preparation really shows. Right, I was going to work a bit closer to you when I... Yes, it's only a dog gate, but it's a piece of furniture in the house. Beautiful. There we go. So we're going furniture grade. I get it with baby gates because they're not babies for very long and kind of disposable. But dogs for life. Families always had dogs as a kid. Cats and dogs. So when the current generation passes on to doggy heaven, we'll probably have some more. So this is a piece of family furniture. Which one didn't we know? Yes. Family heirlooms. Don't intend moving out. Don't intend going anywhere. And it's one of the joys of woodwork is you can just bespoke, make things to fit your house, your style, how you want them, or how Mrs. P wants them, I suppose. Right, good. Those ones done. So now we're laying out the tenons. So we need mortises first, of course. So mortises. There's the right way around. Oh yes. So we're coming up an inch for a doggy nose. And that's the bottom. Bottom's this end. Well, it's an inch both ends, isn't it? God, it's still raining cats and dogs out there. As my dad used to say. My dad always worked for a, well, my dad was a window cleaner. He was a window cleaner. Still with us. He used to be clean a car dealership. Datsun car dealership. It's raining Datsun cogs. Was his version of it. Hello Dad, if you're watching. Probably in bed now. One inch on both of them. Right then, around the clock. You were there. God. Persisting down. Am I doing this right? No. One up. We only need to lay out the mortises, don't we? Right, let's do a mortise. So mortise needs to be a third of the style. So we go 3/4. When we do 3/4, do 1.5. Then we need to divide this by 3. So I'm marking from 1.5 diagonally, and then each 1/2 inch will give me a third of that. Just strengthen that with a pencil. Show you what I did. The camera. So from there to there is 1.5 inch. So I marked off the 1/2 inches, so that gives me 2/3. I do have a mortise gauge. I suppose I should use it, but Veritas mortise gauge. But it's a bit over the top, really. When you start getting down to this scale, you're making pieces to fit each other. So you don't have to actually be completely accurate. You just need a hole and you're going to put a piece of wood in it. As long as the faces are square, the actual distances. Let's put that in roughly. The main consideration is your chisel width. So that's 1/4. It's going to be you, isn't it? What are you? 3/8. Thereabouts. I bought this set of Marple socket chisels, but they were a bit cheaper than normal because one of them was missing a handle. This one. So I put a search on eBay for Marple's socket chisels, and a handle came up. So I bought that today. So that should be coming soon. So you're going to have a handle soon, buddy boy. But what we do need to do is to transfer this to the opposite face. So let's do that then. One thing I could also do is with the tenons, is drop them down a bit so they're not the full width of the wood, but I don't mind. I'd rather have more width for glue surface and strength than lose any just to hide. They'll be that clean anyway. The dogs aren't going to notice minuscule things like that. So we need to come up 1 inch. Just transfer that. Tiny bit. The other things with these Veritas wheel gauges, you can't actually be as accurate. With a pin, again, that can be quite definitive. Just kind of roll up to it close enough. Okay, so we need to carry carry that. Where are we? There. To there. A third. Then we want you the bottom right. So the mating rail is this one. Big beamer. So you were there. Yep. I lost you a bit then. Gotcha. There we go. Marking the waist. And the other end. Slide it up. Grip. And mark it. And then mark that in. Yep, so that's the mortise mark there. One of them. How many for time? Right, I think I'll show you how I do a tenon. And then the rest of it's pretty much repetitive, isn't it? You don't want to see me doing all of them. So that's a mortise. Let's do the mating tenon for that. So you are bottom top. You're going into there, buddy boy, aren't you? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Sergeant, sir. So we are coming up. Oh God, this is one of them European inches, isn't it? It's in tenths. Tenths of an inch. You've got the tin tack. You've got the sack you out. Where's a good old imp? There we go. The old Rabone. 12ths. Not 12ths. What have we got? 8ths on this one. 3/4. No, we're doing this end, didn't we? sticking out a quarter. Accurate. And then style. Coming around. It's because this is 10 and we can go all the way around now, because we're going to take all this off. Lovely. That's the one. You're going through there, aren't you? That's the one. Good. Chisel, chisel, chisel. Knife walls. Right. Again, I'm not going to solder these lines. I'm going to actually fit it to the size of the hole. But they give me a good indicator. So if you've got a line, you can work on it, to the left of it, to the right of it, and actually get it to fit very snug into the mortise. So again, even these marking gauge lines aren't what you'll finally end up with. Right, so that is all waste. Am I on camera? Okie dokie then. So Then when I come the next time you see me for part 4, I would have done all the layout with the marking knives and the marking gauges, and then we can start doing some joinery. Alright, thanks for your patience and forbearance with the weather, and I shall see you in part 4.